Hey everybody, it's Ross here with Northern Technology Services. Come to you Friday live here on Facebook. I hope you guys are enjoying the day as much as you can. It's definitely a little chilly outside. I wanted to talk to you guys today about something that's, really needs kind of a little bit of fine tuning, I think, for, some people that I've met and ran across here. Today we're going to talk about Wi-Fi. All right, so the Wi-Fi, the way we get the internet to our phones, to our TVs, to our Xboxes, our PlayStations, our laptops, to our Kindles and our iPads, and I don't think I missed anything. So, a lot of people come to me, and say, hey, look, I'm having issues at home or having issues in the business. When I go from where my living room is, and by the time I get to the master bedroom, I can't do anything. My Roku's not working. My iPhone, I have to switch back to cellular, and things like that. My first question is always, first off, where's your router located in your house, or where's your access points located in your house? Usually the response I get is, well, it's, over in the corner where, the charter guy put it. Well, let's, ideally, and then, my next thing is, well, can we move it? That's not a good location. One of the other things too is, a lot of people, they look at their phone and then, and then they go to connect to the Wi-Fi. They see, my home Wi-Fi 2.4, then there's my home Wi-Fi 5, so forth. So what exactly is that? What does that mean to you? It's, the way Wi-Fi works is, essentially it broadcasts on different spectrums, different bands, kind of like how, your cell phone does. So, and that's what that 2.4 and that 5 gigahertz are. Those are the different band waves that they connect on, and reach out to your phone. So, and a lot of questions, people have is, I went and, I went to Walmart and I got this, $400 router from Walmart and it doesn't work. I can't get, it's not working on the far side of my house, and then we go back to that. Where's it located at? Well, it's all the way on the opposite side. So there's a couple things happening here, and, I'm hoping to shine some light on this so you get a little bit of a better idea exactly of how Wi-Fi works in your home and in your business. So over here we've got just kind of like a mock-up model here that I pulled. So to give you an idea, so what we've got here is the two different spectrums. So what you're looking at on the left-hand side, and I've covered up a little bit of it, please forgive me, but is the 2.4 gigahertz. And then on the right-hand side is the 5 gigahertz connection. So now we see here, in this is kind of a larger scale home that we've got. And we've got three different devices throughout there. So if you can see my mouse moving, we've got, an access point here, here, and here, same thing over here, same boom, boom, boom. So these are the three access points in this home. Now if you notice here, this 5 gigahertz and this 2.4 gigahertz. So to give you a little bit more of a backstory with this. So when it comes to these two different internet connections, the one that is the best internet connection, or Wi-Fi connection that really you can use, is going to be this 5 gigahertz. Now the reason why is with this spectrum, more data can be transferred. So if you're paying for a 100 meg internet connection from Charter Spectrum or TrueStream or Comcast Xfinity, you're going to actually be able to get that full 100 meg speeds to your iPhone or to your laptop using that 5 gigahertz connection. Whereas that 2.4 gigahertz connection, now this is kind of that older scale connection that that's been around for years. And even with the N connection, you're gonna see some limitations. You're not gonna see that full 100 meg internet speeds. On average, I would say I see anywhere out in the field 50 meg, even up to 60 sometimes. So you see about a 50% decrease in overall speed when you're using this 2.4 gigahertz connection. But the way that 2.4 is laid out, now if you see in these bubbles here, with the 2.4s, we get closer inside to our access point, we get that nice red hot zone. then we get out, we get yellow, then we get green. So as you can tell here, that 2.4 gigahertz connection actually gives you a much wider radius for coverage for Wi-Fi throughout your home or your business. But when we go over to that 5 gigahertz connection, yes, we're getting more speed capabilities. We can actually get a full 100 meg download on our iPhones, but we get a much smaller of a radius. Now, the nice thing is, as technology advances and new devices come out, we get what's called beamforming. So this 5 gigahertz over here is actually kind of getting smarter and smarter, and now it's going, oh hey, look, we see this phone here. Okay, I'm connected to it. All right, so now we're going to lock in on this phone and kind of follow it. So you might see a little bit of more of an increase. But as you can tell here, this is why if we have, a single router in this home and we put it over here in this far bottom corner, yeah, we're going to have issues over here. It's not going to work out too well. But, even if we use that 2.4 gigahertz bandwidth, if we took this one out of the picture and we took this one out of the picture, we're going to have issues here at the top and down here in the bottom. And that's why we've got these spread out. So that's, one reason why, if you're having issues, and you ask yourself, where's your router located at? Your router is located, all the way far off in the corner here. I mean, yeah, sure, you're going to be doing fine in the, in this half of the house. You're going to be doing really good out in your backyard, but you're going to have issues when you get up top here, and get into your bedrooms. So that's why position, location is highly important when it comes to, setting up your router, getting your Wi-Fi set up in your home. And that's also a reason, too, why when we have larger homes, larger businesses, we need to have multiple devices in here. Now, another thing, too, to go along with this is, yes, distance, location, that's all another thing, too. If we bring in, let's say you want to throw a party, let's say you got a big, grand opening party, or you're doing a Christmas party or something like that, you're going to have 20, 30 people show up. Now, when you have, one basic kind of access point or router in your home, so not only are we going to be limited by, our distances, we're also going to have a limitation by our traffic load. So what that means is, each one of these routers has a specific amount of load balance that it can handle. So, that can be anywhere from 1 to 10 devices, especially, a lot of those ones you can pick up at Walmart, for $60, $100. That's the reason why they don't work too well in, large environments, is because those can only handle, 5, 10 devices. So when you have everybody sitting around, playing on their phones nowadays, whether they're playing games on Facebook, downloading something, YouTube, streaming, who knows what it is, that's gonna overload your device. Your device is gonna be, okay, well, we're focusing on all of this, and then we're gonna start leaving men behind, and that's gonna cause issues as well with that load balance. So when we've got multiple access points kind of layered throughout here, what happens is when one starts getting overloaded, one starts getting too much weight, well, the other one can come in, pick up that weight and say, okay, don't worry. And now that load's going to get shared between the devices, and that's going to help your overall network. And that's what's going to help give you that, that guarantee. Because I know everybody hates when they look at that charter bill and they're paying that, 100 something for that charter bill, and they sit here and go, I'm not even getting my full speeds of internet. What do I do? Well, the problem is Charter might actually be doing their job, but your equipment might not be able to keep up with it. So that's kind of one of the big things to check out there. If you ever have any questions, I always suggest, reach out, whether it's to me, reach out to somebody, in the industry, and just say, hey, look, this is my layout. I've got 4,000 square feet. I got 3 levels in my home. What's going on here? What can I do? And we can get you in that direction and get you set up so you can stream for days. You can have all your smart TVs, all your smartphones, and everything running, and not have issues. Everybody hates seeing that little circle pop up on the screen when they're in the middle of watching Netflix, right? Having the proper equipment, having it properly located and set up in your home, that's going to help you, and that's going to give you that reliability that you want You know, and that's going to give you, you know, that full package that you deserve. You know, especially, you know, when we are paying for these internet bills. You know, and especially when, you know, we're getting to times where we're actually getting bumped up to much faster internet speeds, which makes our downloading and our streaming and everything so much better. You know, with TrueStream coming out, you know, hitting in the rural areas, you know, I mean, I've got a couple people that just, you know, recently called me and they, you know, they got hooked up. They're getting 100 meg internet and 100 meg upload, download, and they're loving it. I mean, they went from DSL to this, and now they're trying to figure out what to do. You know, so then that's, you know, comes down to location, and also having the proper amount to handle the proper load. So with that kind of being said, you know, I hope this gives you a little bit of a better idea of, you know, proper, you know, Wi-Fi. What exactly is Wi-Fi? What's that 2.4 gigahertz? What's that 5 gigahertz? What does that mean? And using the proper channels, as well as, you know, putting your router, putting your access points in the proper locations of your house. And just remember, if you guys ever have any questions about this, feel free to reach out. You know, give us a call, 231-881-3123. You know, come stop by the office. Let's have a chat. Let's see what we can come up with. Find a solution. So thank you, and you guys have a great day.